I teach ESL Culinary Arts. It's a 10-month program. I co-teach with a chef, and he teaches then after my class for 5 hours. So my class is 2 hours, and I help with vocabulary and mainly job skills. The first activity I did today was an activity called Messenger and the Scribe, which is a running dictation. And it's a great way to liven up the class if you've been doing, a quieter activity, then moving to an activity where getting the students up is a great way to get their energy up. And it incorporates all 4 skills. So people, the students have to remember their pronunciation. The secretary has to remember to ask questions, to clarify. So it's a great activity to liven up a class. The second activity I did was a role play. And in my class, since it is job training, we do a lot of role plays. And this is near the end of our course, and one that we always do is asking about a performance review and in hopes of getting a raise. And by this stage, the students are much more confident of getting up, and some of them, were ad-libbing, which was great. In the beginning, it's a lot more difficult for them, but by this stage, 10 months later, they've got a lot of confidence. So it's a great way of developing confidence and also for their job training. And the third activity I did was the jigsaw activity. And that activity worked really well because they are responsible for one section of the material. And on Friday they practiced and summarized summarized all the information, had a chance on the weekend to work through it again. And today I thought they all did a really great job presenting their material to their partners in their groups. So it was a really good way to review for an exam that they're going to be having on Friday. We do a warm-up every day, and it's usually I ask the students what they did the night before, how their products turned out with the chef, if they have anything to share, any advice for their classmates, because they work in different groups again. Often we'll incorporate something they heard on the bus, an idiom, small talk about the weather, anything that would be useful for them in a job interview situation or on the job. So, work colleagues might say, beautiful day, eh? And then we would use that as a little dialogue. The main challenges for my students are that many of them have a job in the morning, so there's time constraints. So they wake up really early to go to their job, and then they come to my class at noon, and then they cook with the chef until about 7:30 in the evening. So there's that. A lot of them have families that they have to, take care of. And also there's a lot of review material that I have to give them because I prepare them for the chef's class. The chef teaches the theory, so I prepare them for that class so they can understand what's happening in the lab. I encourage my students to use English outside the classroom because my part of the course is job training. So as soon as they go on the job practicums, they have to use English. They also have to learn, they have to use English with the chef every day for 5 hours. I also give them quite a lot of homework in preparation for them to be able to understand what is happening in the lab with the chef. I send them a lot of listening material by email as homework and also reading material.